The second level in this masterclass is to talk about awareness. Now, I guess mindfulness is well documented throughout the internet, and there are TED Talks and all sorts of things that you can go and look up on that topic. But I think there are 4 areas of mindfulness, and one of the 4 is often ignored. So mindful of body, we're encouraged, all of us, to be careful of our weight, to check our blood every now and again, to eat well, to exercise well. Mindful of body, it really is pretty self-explanatory, and I think we know that some level of self-discipline, self-respect changes our entire way of life if we start to care for our body in a loving, kind way, and not just treat it as a means of production or a way of getting from A to B or a fitness machine, but actually start to care for our body as if it was priceless. And of course, when you get an injury like I had in my spine, and you start to think you're never going to walk again, which is what the surgeons told me 7 years ago, you suddenly start to realize that all the wealth in the world and all the business in the world and all the self-leadership in the world is going to be much use if you run out of body. So I think mindful of body is about longevity. It's about exercise, but not to the excess. It's about not going to a state of deficiency, which is sitting down all day at your office desk and wondering why your hips are sore. Your body will respond to a level of exercise. It will respond to flexibility. It will respond well to good food, and it's really important. Mindful of your feelings. Now, there are some of us who were born in tough places, and some of us who were born in really easy places where feelings were let's say, a little cushioned. In my world, we defied feelings because some of them were a little harsh. I grew up in an alcoholic environment with a stepmother who loved to beat me and herself and my father up quite severely, and so I would say that a sense of feeling wasn't really the highest level of encouragement. The only feeling we had was humor. So I think being mindful of our feelings is being sensitive to our consciousness, and it's being sensitive to other people's feelings. And I think we need to be aware, self-aware of our emotions, what's going on. The great expression is, if you can't manage your emotions, you can't manage your life. And I think that's really true. But if you can't feel your emotions, you can't manage your life either. And knowing how you feel and knowing what's going on inside is a really important key to happiness. Mindful of mind. Now, we know that the mind or thought dictates a person's future, success, happiness, wealth. Our thoughts dictate a massive percentage of our existence, how we perceive the world. And I think mindful of mind means to be careful of firstly the 7 levels we've talked about in level 1, but more importantly, mindful of our perceptions. And there is a great amount of work. We're going to do it on another masterclass. A great body of work which talks about having a sense of control of the environment we're in, a sense of understanding and awareness. And I simply say there's order in the chaos. So no matter what's going on around us, there is an order in it. And finding that order gives us a sense of, let's say, awareness of cause and effect. And when we have that link, we are really not stressable. It's only when we can't link cause and effect, it's only when we think the world has got out of control, we don't understand what's going on, that stress escalates and becomes chronic. So this mindful of mind becomes what I call balanced, centered, and calm. The 3 keys of a great mind are balanced mind, to try to get the 2 thoughts even, centered mind, which means focused on what it's doing at this present time, and calm, because a calm mind has calm nerves, and calm nerves give power. So a calm person is a powerful person, is magnetic and strong. And so this calmness transfers across through our voice, through our actions, through our sport, through our energy, through our work, and our calmness comes out in the form of intensity and focus. So mindful of mind is a journey in itself, and I think it's a really important one that's underestimated in the world, one that's just, I suppose, we often say, oh, think happy thoughts or think positive, but that's a ridiculous notion. Nobody on earth can think positive. That is a ridiculous meme. Even the school of positive thinking in America has fessed up that it's not sustainable. Finally, mindful of objects. Now, once upon a time in the world, we considered where something came from, who made it, how it was made, the ethics of its construction, the ethics of its production. We considered that to be more important than the thing itself, or as important. Where the food came from, where the animal, that if you're eating meat, whether the animal was in pain or suffering or fear before it was killed, whether the shoes you're wearing, whether they came from someone who was being treated well when they made it, whether there was love in the environment, whether there was a good space. And the mindfulness of objects creates for us a really beautiful sensitivity, because the truth of the matter is, and if you go in the Himalayas, as I have many times, people up in the Himalayas are paranoid about objects. They want to make sure that they have what's the word I'm trying to think? They surround themselves with sacred things because they believe those things that are sacred put energy back into their life. Luck, fortune, blessings. And so there's a lot of exchange of sacred items. And in the Himalayas where I go with the Sherpas, they will never steal anything from somewhere, because it means whatever was stolen comes with bad luck, and if something goes wrong for them, they will trace back and find where they crossed the line with some particular object or some particular thing that came into their life, even people. I'm looking forward to meeting you again on the other side with step 3, effort. Bye for now.